Eleanor Grace, speaking to you from London in the United Kingdom here today. And how are you? I hope that your day's going great. Now, I'm going to start today's show by looking into my cards and also using this little crystal ball, which is my honey crystal ball. I hope you can see that there. It's got hues of citrine in there for wealth and prosperity. So I feel that today it's going to very much be a sort of prosperity show. It's all about how your opportunities are going to expand your life, how you're going to leap forward into the unknown. Because let's face it, we all have to do that, don't we? We all have to make a decision and say, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. So we're going to help you along the way. Now, I'm using tarot cards as well. These are my Victorian tarot cards. Very, very British. It's all about looking at the characters that are going to cross your path, and I'll be selecting some of these cards as well for you. And I'm not forgetting my lovely angel cards, which I like to use because it brings in that message from spirit. It also gives you guidance, so we can have a look at who's around you, and if they come through, we can pass on any messages. And they're always very, very special, aren't they, when you get a message from spirit? So these are my angel cards here, and I'll be using these really to show just a couple of signposts, I feel. Signposts to really let you know that you're on the right path, you're on the right track, you're doing things as you should be. And of course, everything is your free will and your choice. So I'm Eleanor Grace, and you can find me on gracedestiny.com. That is my website. And lots of people do. They book psychic readings with me on one-to-one basis, where perhaps we can use Skype or Facebook or, you know, any form of visual recordings here. And you can also have an audio reading. Some people prefer that. They don't really want to be seen. They want to be in the privacy of their comfort zone, whatever that is. So that's really important to know. So here we've got our first caller that is here on the show. And I'm just sort of setting out my computer here because we've got a few issues. So we've got Grace. Hello there, Grace. And where are you calling from, Grace?
Hi there, I'm calling from Sydney, Australia.
Oh, hello and welcome to the show. Okay, let me
Thank you.
get started with your reading. Now, Grace, first of all, there's a psychic connection that you have with the world. I've got sort of aura lights all around you. I've got rainbow colours all around you, Grace. So you're already connected. You're already in there, and you're able to communicate yourself. And I think that that's really a key factor. You've got spirit with you, Grace. I do feel that it's a very powerful energy that you have, but also that spirits have with you. So these are your ancestors, your soul group, your family going back many generations, I feel, but certainly just in the near generations, in those recent passings, you've got a gathering here of helpful souls, helpful people, wanting to say to you, Grace, that you mustn't stop what you're doing. It seems as though there's been many obstacles at the moment to what you want to achieve, because I've got literally logs being placed at your feet, and you're trying to trample over this sort of big obstacle. It's like you're in a great big wood or a forest, and it's really hard to get to the other side or to try and get to a clearing. Now, the spirit have come in to say to you, yeah, you know, this is something that you're going to achieve. You're really going to be able to do this. There's John as well. I want to give you John, very, very strong John here, and the initial G. It may be Graham, or that may be a surname as well. I'm going to give those names out to you. They may not mean anything to you straight away, but watch over the next couple of weeks, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here, giving you many, many changes. So everything that goes up in your life has got to revolve around and bring back people that you've lost, people that you haven't been in contact with for a long time, Grace, and also bring in new beginnings. So there's opportunities that are here. Are you starting a new platform, a career, or even a business? Are you starting something new? There's a project here that I'm being given is particularly prosperous. So it's got energy with it, it's got a great sense of direction, and you're at the helm. You're the one that's behind it all. And you are pushing, pushing, pushing now. There's another two ladies as well by your side, not in spirit. These are friends, these are girlfriends or family members who are coming in to give you that great big push. So I just feel that it's lovely because there's lots of support and lots of help. Now, the emperor is around you. Was there a male, somebody dear to you who passed in the last 12 months? Can I ask you that?
My father.
Okay, yeah. The
Yes,
emperor often
he
is.
passed less than a year ago.
Was it less than a year ago? Okay. It's
Yes.
difficult sometimes to exactly see the timescales, but I've got the number one here in
Mhm.
front of you, and I'm
Yes.
going back. It's like a dart of light, if I can explain it that way. It's like a shooting star. That's him. That's him. He's coming in and bringing, his forthright character because he was. He was powerful like you are. So you must have that energy from him. Lovely man, suffered quite a lot. But I think in the end it was sudden because he's saying, no,
Yes.
no, no. So, he was able to cope, wasn't he? Strong-minded person. So do you know those
Yes.
names that I gave to you at the beginning of your reading? Do you recognize those two names?
Just John. My grandpa used to also go by the nickname John. So
Okay.
that's another
Who is,
person, and he was
yeah.
very important in my life.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, he'll be there then because he was the first name that I connected to. And I did feel that that was like this gathering of spirits. So your father and John is there. Now, who is the initial of G? Do you know that? It may be somebody that you're
Yeah.
about to meet, you see. Sorry?
No, I don't. No, no,
No.
nothing comes to
Okay.
mind
Okay. All
quickly.
right.
No.
Don't worry about that because that's when
Right.
you've got a connection in spirit with two different entities or two different soul groups, and one's pulling against the other. So your ancestors are coming in and saying, hello, we're here, we haven't forgotten you, we know that you're really trying to push up against this big obstacle. And then you've got another soul group of helpful people who are coming towards you, rushing towards you and wanting to hug you and give you that sense of yeah, you're going to be confident, you're going to be able to be successful, you will achieve a lot more than you're expecting. So the detail here going forward is just in months because this is not taking years and forever. This is a couple of months where you're taking huge leaps forward steps, and that is making this platform for you. It's your bedrock of being able to initiate, to command and control. So remember those words. You are going to be able to really say, yeah, this is mine. I'm putting my rubber stamp on this next project, whatever it may be, and be determined to do that. Now, do you have a son who's gone away?
No, I don't have a son.
No son at all.
No,
Okay. You
I only
didn't
have a
have
daughter.
a, yeah. Um, I can see her, and she's lovely. She's beautiful. She's fine. Did you have a pregnancy that failed at all? Because this
Yes,
was
yes, I
ah
did.
okay. I think that's what I'm connecting to, Grace.
Yes.
And please don't be upset by that because sometimes spirit come
Oh
through
no.
to, to say, but this was a son who went away. So that intimates to me that there is like a reunion of sorts in your lifetime. And that's what you will experience. Not the same person, but a sense of knowing when his soul returns into your family. It could be a grandchild or it could be a distant cousin or cousin's child, but there's some association. And I want to give you that. And also that that initial of G as well. So let's leave that there because it's poignant, but I do feel that you have been looked after, protected massively, and that you've got this psychic energy as well. You know, I want to touch my head here because I just feel either you've had lots of headaches or we're having an expansion of your psychic eye, and that's what we're connecting to. Are you actually um, are you actually sort of feeling that at the moment?
Absolutely. And I've also
Yeah.
been working on my readings and studying and learning tarot reading. So
Oh,
it's
great,
something that I've been
great.
doing. And yes, the headaches have been quite great this
Have
week.
they? It's not just a comment then. They have actually been real, have they, Grace?
They have. They have.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I wasn't quite sure what was happening with myself this week. I didn't know
Mm.
whether, the tears were flowing, the headaches were growing.
Yeah, I think it's you
Yeah, it
being
felt like,
yeah, sure. You're being connected to spirit, and it is overwhelming because your father has come through to you and he's around you. I think he visits you as well, sort of several times, and sort of sits by you. And I think
he
you're
just came through in
sensing
my.
his spirit.
I, j-
Yeah,
I just woke up. I literally just woke up. He was in my dream.
that's the message, and that's what he wants to say to you. That he will gravitate to your subconscious because that's the way he can communicate to you. And what he wants to tell you is that you are overcoming many obstacles this year, and you've got to carry on, keep going, don't stop, because you have a lot to give, and there are people waiting here to actually receive, a lot of instruction from you, even. So you may be, helping and training other people, showing them the way to go, and allowing others to really take comfort in your own knowledge. So don't be thinking that you don't know enough, even though you're learning this bit and that bit. You don't really need it because you've got your father guiding you. Ask him any question towards the end of the night, just before you go to sleep, that little area of subconscious when we're dropping off, and we're feeling nice and that's it now, sleep time. That's when you can ask your father for a sign of some sort that he can send to you in your dreams, or ask a question, and when you wake up in the morning you'll have the answer. It sounds bizarre, but it works. It really does work, especially if you ask the same question over a few weeks, not every night, but just, okay, this is what's on my mind. This is my intention. This is what I'm drawing to me. And I feel that there's so much here for you that you're able to overcome so many difficulties and fears, because I think you have had a lot of fears. Perhaps of the unknown, but now it's you stepping into that space, being protected. That's by your unborn child who was a boy, and the male energy of your father, your grandfather. So, we are getting that strong connection. Well, Grace, it's been wonderful to speak to you. And of course, you've got the initial of G as well. So maybe that's what your father was saying. Yeah, G, G, G. I'm going to leave you to ponder on that one. And you can get a hold of me
Thank
anytime.
you so much.
And it's been lovely to read for you. And that's on Grace Destiny. That's my website. Goes across all over the world. And have a brilliant, brilliant day today. Lovely to speak to you, Grace. Lovely to speak to you. Okay, so I have my next caller now. I'm going to have to be reminded as to who it is because I haven't got. Oh, we've got another G. Well, that's why then I'm saying G, G, G. It's not a horse, is it? We're going G, G, G. No, don't take any notice of me. I'm connecting through to double G's today. So, Gail, hi, you're through to
Yes,
Eleanor Grace. How are you? How are you?
uh, I'm doing good, and my grandchildren call me Gigi.
They don't. Oh, wow. Well, hello, Gigi. I'm going to call you Gigi. That was an instant connection. What about that for a psychic demonstration? And what a lovely
Yes,
voice you've got. Lovely voice. I'm seeing
thank
a
you.
soul that is very open, warm. Do you bake things? I've got lots of these cookies and cakes and bread and all sorts of things. They're all on a table. Is that you? Are you cooking at the moment? Are you
No, that
baking?
probably no, that was my mother. She did all of that.
And she's in spirit? Yes?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
well, she's with you. She's with you then because she's been cooking for you, Gigi. That's what she's been doing, and she's showing me this great big table. So she must have been very, very proud of all of
yes,
the produce that she made and what she gave
yes,
to you. She taught you, didn't she, as well? Do you have a
yes,
sister, Gigi? Is there a sister? Two sisters?
yes,
I've got, yeah.
yes.
Are there two sisters that you have as well?
Um, in spirit,
Well, I have two sisters and your mum who's
well,
in spirit. So,
I have three sisters in spirit.
ah, ah. Is there one here? One here? Or is that you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, there's
Well, there's three of us here
okay,
and three
okay.
on the other side.
On the other side. Okay. Would I was getting this picture because I could see two ladies and your mum. So there's two ladies in spirit, sort of very strong, beating hearts, and all the cakes and everything else. So we had all this produce
Yes.
coming out. So I knew that they were
Uh,
wanting to connect to you. And then there was another lady, very shy though. This sister, she was hiding, almost hiding out the way. Would have been very quiet. Whereas you've got dominant characters in your family. I think you've got those around you here. Who is Catherine? Is there a Kathy in your family?
well, Catherine was my mother's best friend, and
Ah,
she's in spirit as well.
okay. So she's come in to join the party. She just told me her
Uh,
name. So Gigi, I think you've got a lot of upliftment here. She's talking about Margaret the whole time. So who is Margaret? Can you tell me who that is?
um, well, she was a friend and maybe a relative of my mother's as well.
Okay, okay. It seems that there is a variety of characters and souls that have gathered together. But it's important for you to know, Gigi, that um, you're now being comforted a lot. So you've been poorly, haven't you? I feel that there's been ill health around you, tiredness and worry. Do you get anxiety? Do you worry? Do you?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. So this is now going to be taken away, because I feel that everything should be released and you should be renewed and have this joyous feeling around you. Are you singing? Who is the person that sings? Who sings a lot? Do you have a lullaby? Is there a grandchild that you sing to? Must be a
no,
few.
my daughter sings at church.
Is that what it is? Right. Well,
Yes,
she's got this beautiful voice, and she's singing out for everybody in the family. Everybody comes to hear her, to listen to her. The initial of L is coming through. Oh, there's loads of different names. There's Lynn or Linda, and there's Sarah as well. There's Claire that's here. So I'll let you ponder on the names because let's not focus on that because we don't have the time to go through every single spirit that is gathered. You're lucky though, because you're being uplifted now and you're beating your drum. When I say that, I mean that you're able to speak up for yourself. It's your words that are being listened to. And these are two important people. So I feel that there's a letter that you've written or an email, something that has been a complaint of some sort, but it's words that need to be heard, and that you will be surprised. You're being told from spirit here, from me as well. I can see it as well. That you will be surprised about the response that you're going to get from an
yes,
official
I am.
complaint. Okay. Are
Yes,
you waiting?
yes.
Are you waiting for this? Are you, Gigi?
It just happened yesterday, what you're
Yesterday.
speaking of. Yes.
Okay, so tell us, what was it that you received yesterday, this response for your complaint?
Well, my daughter that sings at church,
Yeah.
I really, really don't like her husband. And he
Ah,
tried to blackmail his mother and
oh,
say, yeah, and say you can't see the children unless you give me $200.
oh
Well, I wrote
no.
on Facebook, yeah, yeah. And so I wrote on Facebook how awful I thought that was. And so
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
my
yeah,
daughter wouldn't speak to me again, but she sent me a dozen roses and a card. So
yeah, yeah.
I was
She's
happy
grateful.
about that.
Yeah. Ah, that's
Uh
your
huh.
response then, and Spirit
Uh
being
huh.
with you and helping you, all the females that are here, because they understand. And I do feel that your daughter has taken a great deal of strength here from your words, from just the fact that you took action, that you did it, you said something. And that's what's important because so many
Yeah.
people say, say nothing. They just clam up, they don't say anything, they don't want to rock the boat, but you have to because these are important times. They're times when you really have to push other people to be responsible and to be decent human beings. And that is not
Right.
a decent thing to do. So I think
No. No.
it isn't, no. And you would never have done that. Many people would never have even thought of it. I think that the other side of the coin here is that he is feeling financial pressure, that there is a lot of difficulty in that relationship with money and coins and finances. And that would be the right conversation to have. What's the problem? What's at the root cause of the problem? Rather than having the argument about the action that you took, it's obvious that, if he's trying to blackmail somebody, he needs the money. So try and tackle that in your next conversation because he's here. He's in your cards. He's not the happiest of fellas. He's not the happiest of creatures, but I do feel that he will be the person that, is most likely to change. I don't think he wants to behave like this. And I think
Right.
certainly your your daughter knows a different side to him as well. Now I'm looking at the honey crystal ball. It's a small one, but it's full of prosperous veins here of citrine crystal, which I love, and it's blooming yellow. So the hue is wonderful. I'm going to place this all around your aura for you, Gigi, because this is what you need. You need to have communication with those loved ones, not just in spirit, but your family members, your friends. And there's lots of them. There's people who love you. They really do. So now it's your turn to ask for some help, ask for some favors, to really have this wonderful communication, um, being really resonating alongside your aura, which is bright. You've got bright aura shades of violet, and then we've got this lovely citrine, the honey coloured crystal ball, which is what you are being shown here today. So take this as encouragement that you've done the right thing. It's a major thing that you've got, and it's come through with clairvoyance, with spirit as well, where I was able to say to you, we know that you've done this big thing. It took a lot of courage, a lot of strength, because you risked your relationship with your daughter, and we all know how tricky that can be. It can be a tricky negotiation, but you're a lovely lady, and this, I feel, is something that you have got to remember, that your heart is in the right place. It's being shown to you here. Now, I'm going to take an angel card for you, um, because I think that you just need that extra bit of zoom and encouragement. And what you've drawn here is really interesting. It's the card of forgiveness. Now, let's see what's next to it. So, okay, we've already said maybe tackle this son in law of yours by just saying, look, what's the problem? Is it money? Is that what is really the issue? Because that's just a thing. It's just a material thing. We all need it. But, it doesn't hurt people's hearts. It doesn't hurt people's relationships. And what you're being given here from your mother is listen to your intuition, Gigi. Remember, I've said to you that you're naturally quite psychic. You woke up, didn't you, with your father in your dreams. Now, a year from now, I think you can expect some big changes. Are you thinking of moving? Do you want to move to a different location, a more rural location, or something that is more pleasant? I've got a much nicer home environment around you. Is that something that you would wish to do, Gigi?
I've been thinking about it. I have pretty bad arthritis, and I've been
Oh,
thinking about Arizona. And I used to
ah,
live out there, so
and that's
I've
nice
been
and
thinking about
warm.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
it's
it's coming
dry,
through. Oh, is it? So you don't get all of that horrible rain like we do here in the UK. I think we've got it for the whole world at
right?
the moment.
That's
And
right.
so I think that what I'm seeing here is the angels have said a year from now. So it's not tomorrow, it's not next week, next month. It's in a whole year, and a lot can happen in a year. And this is going to be made possible for you. So if you think that there are obstacles and restrictions, they're going to be removed. Spirit will bring those, put them on one side and say, no, no, that's not for Gigi. She's done her bit. It's now her turn to have that pot of peace, less pain with arthritis, and a new chance to be happy. And look what you've got as your final card here. The angels are bringing you the card of success. So you're being told it is going to happen. Try to think about that and try to bring it into your life, into your world, into your conversation. Talk about it as well with your sisters because they will help you. And so will Spirit. Gigi, it's been a delight and a pleasure speaking to you today. I hope you've enjoyed
Thank
your
you so
reading
much.
and those
Yes,
lovely Spirit messages as well. They were really beautiful and well done. Well done for speaking up. Bye for now, then. And I'm Eleanor Grace, and it's been lovely to welcome you here to our psychic shows, which will run through the next few days. So watch out for your favourite psychic medium, and I will see you again, same time next week. Bye for now. Little wave. Bye bye from the UK. Bye.